frankly pleased with Mike Ditto for giving me workforce development to discuss today. As has been said already, improving Ohio's economy is really hinders on creating jobs in this state, but also creating a workforce with the skills necessary to fill the jobs that we are bringing into this state. Speaker Batchelder organized the Workforce Development Study Committee back in the spring. And the point of that study committee really was to identify the programs that are funded in this state currently and identify those that are working well and those that are not working well. At the time the study committee was formed, unemployment was at 9%. OhioMeansJobs.com, a website maintained by the state, had over 70,000 available jobs, and that is a website accessed by all employers throughout the state. Our educational system, including career technical centers, community colleges, universities, and others, are recognized as providing an education to Ohioans second to none in this country. Also, Ohio's budget included hundreds of millions of dollars, most of which are federal Workforce Investment Act dollars for workforce development programs. In 1995, there was a similar committee formed with the sole purpose of identifying and inventorying workforce development programs, as well as consolidating those programs. At the time, there were 15 state agencies managing 51 different programs. Today, we have a similar number of agencies, but now we're overseeing 65 different programs. So we didn't really get the job done when it came to consolidation of workforce development related programs. The study committee held 6 hearings around the state. One in Miami University in Middletown, Ohio, Ohio University in Athens, Bowling Green University, Lorain County Community College, and 2 here in Columbus. 5 of the hearings were really open to anyone who wanted to come and address the committee that had experience or were an expert in workforce development. We heard from schools, from employers, employees, different agency managers, programs managers. We heard from the whole gamut, and we really got an education as a committee. The 6th hearing we held was kind of unique to the energy field, but more specifically to shale development in the eastern part of the state. And as a result of that, we're really proud as a caucus to partner with that industry on its workforce development needs, which we anticipate to be great. The committee heard from 92 different witnesses over a period of time of 24 hours of testimony were offered during those hearings. We've got a lot of recommendations and a lot of great ideas that came out of those hearings. In a report that will be made public probably later today, there were 6 recommendations that I'd like to briefly mention here this afternoon. We have drafted a resolution urging Congress to modernize the Workforce Investment Act. This is vital that Congress give the states the flexibility and authority needed to administer programs. This resolution will also urge the reauthorization of WIA funding. Members will work with the administration on any needed legislation to collect the necessary data and require the agencies to report back to the General Assembly on their performance. We will also continue dialogue with businesses to ensure that reporting and survey requirements are not burdensome. Third, members will introduce legislation and work with the administration to develop a unified brand approach to marketing the workforce development system. We encourage the utilization of existing resources such as community colleges and career tech schools to build upon successful partnerships. This rebranding will be most evident at our one-stop shops throughout the state. Members will introduce legislation to align existing workforce investment regions within the 6 Jobs Ohio regions. Fifth, members will introduce legislation that will allow eligible unemployment claimants to simultaneously receive on-site workplace training and regular unemployment insurance benefits. We look forward to working with the case administration and Ohio Department of Job and Family Services throughout this legislative process. Georgia has a similar model to what this particular legislation will address under the title of Georgia Works. Members look forward to working with Chancellor Petro and the case administration on expanding opportunities for experimental learning. We hope to see internships or co-op programs as part of the curriculum required for a degree. In closing, we're excited about real partnerships between our career technical schools, community colleges, and businesses throughout the state. Representative Sears will now address the Bureau of Workers' Comp Reform.